Hi guys, Nick Jennison for Guitar Interactive, and today we're taking a look at the 615 Mark II Nashville from our friends at Aria Pro II. You will be familiar with this style of guitar, I am sure, especially with this particular pickup arrangement, although this may be new to you. Now this guitar is in the tradition of the old Nashville tellies, and this was a mod that session players would do to their Telecasters in Nashville, and they would essentially cut out a hole for a Strat middle pickup, which gives you the traditional kind of Telecaster bridge and neck pickup. I should stress this is not a Telecaster, although it's certainly in that kind of tradition. But you have a switch down here to bring this middle pickup into circuit, which essentially gives you 6 different pickup options and some more Strat-like tones. Now we'll do a full tour of these kind of tones in a moment, but before we go any further, let's whack on a little bit of gain and let's try this guitar with a little more dirt. So now that we've had a quick listen, both clean and dirty, let's explore some spec and then we'll take a tour of the 6 tones that are available in this particular guitar. But first, the spec starting at the headstock. So up at the headstock end, we have Aria's headstock design with this lovely roasted maple neck. Now we're going to talk more about that in a second because it's really rather tasty. 6 tuners, again, nothing esoteric going on here, no split posts or any of that kind of stuff, just your typical 6 in a line tuners, but they feel really solid, they do the job, works a total treat. 2 string trees to keep the pressure on the nut appropriate, and as I mentioned, it is a roasted maple neck. Now this is a separate fingerboard and neck, so it's not one piece. There's no skunk stripe for the fretboard, rather the truss rod. Truss rod has been inserted underneath this maple fretboard, but it is a roasted bit of maple which feels fantastic. It's quite a large neck, but not super clubby. So it's not kind of a Richie Kotzen type neck, but it's certainly not a modern shredder's neck by any stretch of the imagination. Quite a flat profile and 22 fairly large frets, which I'm a big fan of. Now, previous Aria guitars we've reviewed have had quite small frets, which I've been fairly critical of because I like big frets. It's kind of on you. Everybody has a preference, but these frets feel really rather comfortable to me, especially for bending, which we'll get into in just a second. Fret markers are this abalone, which look really rather nice. And of course, the neck feels beautiful in satin, both on the fingerboard and around the back. If we turn to the body, we've got this carved away heel design, which basically gives you better upper fret access. And you can take a look at the poplar body around the back. Flipping it over, we have a maple cap with a flamed maple veneer. Sounds really nice. I'm imagining it's kind of adding some snap to proceedings. It also looks really good, but because it's a veneer on top of a maple cap, you're getting the tonal benefits without the price of a very thick bit of maple that's that thick. It's a really nice way of doing things. Now, in terms of pickups, we have Alnico 5 pickups across the board. We have one kind of telly-style neck pickup in the neck position, telly-style bridge pickup with this Wilkinson bridge, and a Strat-style middle pickup that's available via this push-pull. So it's a 3-way switch, which essentially gives you this pickup, these pickups, or this pickup, and any combination of those that also includes this one. So we have these pickups, all 3 pickups, and these pickups, but they're out of phase, so we get some kind of spanky tones that we'll explore in just a second. And one thing that I want to sing the praises of on this guitar in particular is the Truss Rod Adjustment is down here with a wheel. I'm such a huge fan of this. Anybody who's familiar with my own guitars will know that I don't have truss rod covers on any of them because I'm always adjusting ever so slightly, especially when you're going between different climates. It's really, really important to have access to that and to be able to do it with just like a nail or, you know, the back end of an Allen key, whatever you've got lying around, is really, really good. So points to Aria Pro II for that one. Well done, chaps. Anyway, let's take a quick listen to some tones. What I'm going to do is I'll throw us back onto our clean channel I'm going to explore all three positions, both without and then with the middle pickup. And you'll know if the middle pickup's in because I'll pull on this tone pot. So as you can hear, we've got those traditional twangy telly tones in the three traditional positions, but as soon as we bring in this middle pickup, it brings an air and kind of silvery, sparkly kind of quality and a hollowness to the sound, which is great for more delicate clean work. Now let's do exactly the same test, but this time we'll throw a little bit more gain back on. Again, we're only going to go as far as the crunch mode on our Super Kraken. We will crank the gain up later on, but for the time being, let's do another tour with a little bit of distortion. So while you'd be forgiven for thinking that adding a pickup into the mix would give you more, so to speak, it actually seems to sculpt away a little bit of the sound and reveal kind of a sparkly, very stringy kind of character. You can really hear that clacky, almost acoustic kind of quality that you would expect from a great out-of-phase single coil sound. Now, let's try some more situational examples, and I'd like to begin by using the middle pickup in conjunction with the neck pickup to find some cool blues tones. But we're also going to switch down to the bridge, and again we'll bring the middle pickup in and out of circuit, and we'll hear what effect that has on our tone. So again, the hollow character that we get by introducing that middle pickup lends us some great kind of squawk and character and grit to our blues lines. However, the punch that's available with these pickups on their own is hard to beat, especially the neck pickup, which is a really great throaty character for these kind of lead lines. Now, the next thing I'm going to try is we're going to crank the gain up a little bit further, and we'll try some more shreddy, fusiony type passages. Again, with the Super Kraken, we're going to keep the focus engaged, but we're going to switch across the gain too. We'll switch between the neck pickup, the middle position, and the bridge position, and I'll even throw the middle pickup in from time to time and see how well this guitar handles that kind of work. So while the setup from the factory is certainly not the most shred friendly, the frets and flat fretboard radius are primed for that kind of material if you want to take the time to set the action up, which really, to be honest, I should have done before that example. But even still, the pickups sound fantastic, especially in their full-throated, middle pickupless voice. So let's take things down a notch. We're going to try some more ethereal style clean playing, and we're going to see what effect the middle pickup has on more open-voiced chordal work. So when it's time to be a little more sensitive, that's really where this middle pickup becomes a really valuable addition. It really sort of tames the quack and aggression that you get from these pickups in their stock position and adds a little bit of that stratty flavor while still having a voice of its own. So there you go, guys. In a nutshell, this is the 615 Mark II Nashville from our friends at Aria. It's a fantastic looking guitar, feels really comfortable with this little curve right away here for your forearm, and lovely premium parts from our friends at Wilkinson. The neck is an absolute dream. It feels fantastic in roasted maple. The profile is thick but not unwieldy, and the frets are great. And of course, as you've heard, sounds fantastic in a whole myriad of styles. My name is Nick Jennison for Guitar Interactive, and I will see you next time. Check out these links here for more great content. We are, of course, your home for all things gear related, and we have killer interviews and tuition and all manner of stuff coming up for you in the near future. So hit that subscribe button down there. Make sure you hit the notification icon too, so we can keep you up to date with the latest and greatest news on all things guitar.